For our chapter project, we're going to use a drawing that we've become familiar with, our ice rink drawing. We're going to create some annotative styled dimensions, and we're going to change the viewport so we can see that come up and down. We're also going to work with some tables and get some information that way. So let's open up our chapter project annotation. Now, when I'm done, I'm going to save the file, and you're going to have it here so that you can look at your file and my file and kind of compare the two. That way, it'll help you see if you're having any type of issues or anything. So here we are in model space, and let's make sure we have a dimension style that we can use. We'll start with standard and we'll make one new. Let's just call it style 1, and we want it to be annotative. So we click that box there and click continue. Now let's just change a few things here. On the lines, let's shorten up these extensions here, and we'll make sure it's annotative. Here it is, and click OK. Now I'll set this one current, and you can see and tell that it's annotative because it has this icon here that is an annotative icon. These two styles aren't annotative, but this one is, and this is ours as well. Click close, and we're going to create some dimensions. Now you might get this pop up. It says you're creating an annotative object, and you need to set the annotation scale to the scale at which the annotation is intended to display. So let's go 1/8 of an inch for right now. Click OK. And I want to just add a few dimensions here. Turn on my O snaps. I'm going to dimension this line and this line here. Nice and simple. And let's go to our layout. Well, I see in my layout here that I'm not at the right scale. So I need to do a couple of different things. I need to select these two dimension styles and make sure I add the proper annotative scale to that. And if we're not sure what it is, we can always go back, activate the viewport, look at the current scale. It's a 1:30. So I select these two objects again, go to my annotative scale, click add, find the 1:30, select it, click OK, click OK. And I'm going to change this to 1:30 so that I can get a better idea of what it's going to look like. And if I want to change anything on it, I can right here real quickly. Go to my layout tab, and you can see my dimensions are right here. So I can make some changes to this, all that I want. Not the best looking dimensions, but you kind of get the idea. Now let's say I need a little table. Create a table. I'm going to insert it right in here. And it's a little too big. So I can use the scale command to scale it up and down, or I can just change it however I want to. Now what I want to do is get a couple of areas. I'm just going to keep it simple and get 2 different areas here and get a total. So I'm just going to need circle 1, press enter, circle 2. Now I'm going to need to add a row below it, and I can delete the rest of these columns. This doesn't need to be as wide as it is. I want to shrink that down, and I can shrink this down a bit as well. Now in here, I want to have a sum. So I'm going to go to my formulas, go to sum, and it's going to add these 2 cells up. Now there's nothing in here right now. So it's going to give me these pound signs. That just means something's not right. But once I enter information in here, it'll start to add up. So I'm going to select in here, I'm going to right click, insert field. I'm going to go to an object. I'm going to come down here and select that circle. It's going to give me the area. Click OK. And I'm going to do the same here. Right click, insert field. I'm already on object type. Select my target and click that one there. Click OK. Now when I do a refresh, I get my sum for those 2 areas. So there's a lot that you can do with different annotations, different styles, tables, annotation styles, fields, and information like that. You can gather data from your drawing and put it in a format that is presentable at any scale.